Weekend nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's good light. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of Moorline Lager House. If you guys have not been there yet, make sure you join us live tomorrow night. Me and the boys are going to be there. I think Harrison's coming. I'll ask him here in a second. Neil's going to be there. Joe's going to be there. We got a special guest, Bronson Arroyo, former Reds pitcher. So the way this show is going to work, I just got done talking to Bronson about it. He's going to be on for 2 hours. So the first hour, he's going to be sitting there talking to us, talking baseball, talking life, talking whatever. And the second hour, he's going to be out there. We're doing a little concert for you guys of his new music, some of his old music. So get there. Show starts at 6, goes till 8. Happy hour starts at 3, goes till 9. What that means is $5 drafts, house wines, well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. So make sure you guys join us tomorrow night. It's going to be an absolute freaking blast. We got Monday Night Football tonight. Couple news and notes I want to get to before we get to the preview here. One of my favorite Reds of all time, the Cobra, Dave Parker, has finally made the Hall of Fame. It's about time now. He's going to go in as a Pirate, which he should. His best years were with them. So, preview of tonight's game for a little bit. Now, Jackpot Joey is on a heater. He has 15 touchdown passes over the past 4 games, most ever in Bengals history. Jamar Chase is 1 catch away from 80 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 7 TDs in his first 4 seasons. These guys are unfreaking believable. We're going to score 30. Depends if the defense can stop anybody. Now, this is some interesting stuff here, too. We're 1-7 one-score games this year. We're 2-4 when the Bengals score 33-plus points. We're 0-2 against games against the AFC North when we score 38 points. And we scored 27.8 points per game over 8 losses. It is not the offense, people. It is not Zach Taylor. It is the defense. It is the way they set this team up. Let's get to my boys. The only one I got in the room right now is Harrison. Neil will meet us, join us later. Joe has got kid stuff. But let's get to one of the funniest mother effers in the world. His name is Harrison, and he is a comedian. What's up, Harrison? Uh-oh. Hey, you're muted. You're muted.
There we go.
There we go. That's better. I can hear you now. What's up, brother?
Man, trying to get mentally prepared for this game. Lord knows, we don't know what to expect.
Exactly, man. Well, dude, I expect us to score 30 points and it to be close. And I hope to God we pull this thing out for once because I'm tired of losing these damn games, man. This is crazy.
I'm just praying that we don't make Cooper Rush look like Tom Brady today.
Yeah.
Um, it's it's a beautiful Monday. What can I say?
It's a beautiful Monday. It's a crazy Monday. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. I
Yeah,
mean, dude, just the stats I put out there. I mean, Joe Burrow, 15 touchdown passes over the past 4 games. I mean, Jamar Chase is this is his career is one catch away for 80 yards, 1,000 yards, and 7 TDs in his first 4 seasons. That's ridiculous. These guys are putting up unbelievable numbers,
yeah.
and it pisses me off. We are 1-7 one-score games. I mean, everything like all right. If you look at the Chiefs have like the best record in one-score games. We got the worst. It's the exact opposite. Like I hate it. Like the Chiefs kick a damn field goal and it hits the upright and
Boom.
bounces in. If that's the Bengals, it hits the upright and bounces out. It's like everything that could go wrong for the Bengals is going wrong this year. And I got blown up on X, which I don't care. I put it out there. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. That I can't wait till Zach Taylor it makes everybody eat their words because he did this before. Because when we were terrible in 2020, he basically said that. I can't wait till we turn this thing around and everybody can go F off. And we went turn around, went to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship game. So everybody who says I'm crazy and that's never going to happen. Now let's look at it this way, Harrison. You and me both are the optimistic ones here. Since Joe's not here, we don't have to deal with all the negative stuff. But honestly, if they fix and Joe Danneman from Fox 19 said this on my show Wednesday, if they fix the defense, which it ain't got to be a juggernaut defense, just fix a couple to get pressure on the quarterback, fix your safety room, get a little 1 or 2 cornerbacks, which you can do in an offseason, they're going to be right back in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna take much to do. It's just the doing part. Because you watch like the Browns and Pittsburgh game yesterday. Like the Browns were getting stops on Russell Wilson, and we just couldn't do it. Like, and of course, like Cleveland could have won the game yesterday, but like we're just like Cleveland just did what Cleveland does,
Right?
And but when you look at us, it's not a point a finger on the offense at all.
No,
It's literally the defense. Like if you get a stop, like you have to make a team punt the ball at least 3 times,
At least.
and then you come down and score. But if you get 3, and I'm not even saying they have to be consecutive stops,
right?
Like you get a stop every quarter, as long as the offense goes down and get a field goal or a touchdown, and you hold them to not a touch, like we win the game. You get 1 stop, and we go down there and just could get ahead, like, and let us just be up, stay up, and just get 2 drives, 2 back-to-back stops, and let us just
get up by 2 scores. Get up by 2 scores. I think we win this pretty handily. I think.
And I don't even. I mean, we say 2 scores, but look, when we was up 2 scores against Baltimore.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like everything that can go, and it's like what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have said. They haven't made the plays at the end of the game to win the game, and they're not even talking. And Jamar clarified this. I'm not even talking defense. He said I'm talking offense. Which that Baltimore game, it was on the offense, and then when we were out at Trillions, the Chargers game was freaking and McPherson. It's like. We keep saying it's a defense, which it is a defense. But this team is in a rut, and I believe seriously in momentum. And once the Bengals believe they can win, I think, but they also believe something's going to happen, like we do as fans. They're going to make them lose. Once you get in that rut, like the Chiefs believe they're going to win no matter what. They'll find some way to win. Yeah. And that is a thing. It's a mental thing. And it permeates the entire team, and it's hard to stop that once your season is going.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, you don't want to hear it, but the talk of if we do lose this game, what does the rest of the season look like? Are guys going to continue to play? It's going to be, that's where it comes selfish football, and we'll really see a shit show. Which I don't think will happen because the locker room outside of the fan base, going crazy. I still feel like they have a good locker room. I'm
Yes.
not gonna say it's the best, but I'm not gonna say because you see the interviews, guys aren't really pointing people out.
Right.
They're just saying,
Yeah.
it's us. It's we got to do better. We got to do better. When we just want them to do better. So today would be a great day to show up. I said it last week. Cam Taylor Britt with a pick six. It happened.
It happened. You know why it happened though? It's because we took our shot. That's why it happened.
It
Yeah,
did.
it does.
It did.
Yeah. The shot helps something.
The shot helps something. The shot goes for something. So I mean,
Not just to get us drunk.
yeah,
It means something. Damn it.
it means something. What my thing is with today, and how I go into every week is going to be that who is that guy that is going. I'm standing strong on that.
Hey, you've been right.
It's like Pittsburgh. It was Calvin Austin or something.
Yeah, something.
I don't even know. Like he just goes off.
Is that who?
And it was just like who. And so I've been doing like the research today. And it's like a receiver. I think it's like Talbert or something. And they still got Brandon Cooks. They got they're a decent tight end over there. I'm not really worried about the run game because if we get beat by Zeke and I can't even think of the starting running back name. I'm not really worried about the run, which is why I feel like unless Cooper Rush goes back and it literally kills us in the past, we win this game because it's just. They got CeeDee Lamb. I love CeeDee Lamb. I wanted us to grab CeeDee Lamb if we could have.
Right.
It's their defense will have to play lights out, which no defense has been able to do.
And their defense, sucks. I mean, they don't have a very good defense.
No.
Their defense and our defense are ranked about the same. They both suck.
Yeah, but they just like we got Trey, they got Michael Parsons.
Yep.
Which is a fucking dog and could be a problem now that we don't have
Orlando Brown.
Yep.
And they're without their left tackle too. I think they're down to their third string left tackle. So
really?
Yeah, I mean it's very weird that how similar everything is, except for we got Jack by Joey. We still have him. We still got that guy.
Well, I'm just gonna put it like this. Mims is gonna have his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I'm saying it right now. If Cody Ford gets Joe Burrow killed tonight, I will lose my shit.
You gonna drive down to Dallas?
I'm telling you right now, I will be downtown waiting for him. I swear, that is gonna be the problem right there. I know it, I feel it, and I hope I'm wrong. But I just, man, because it's just I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I'm trying to be very positive about
Tried. I mean, the thing is, like, I think we can, this is, like, I mean, I say this every week because they have been. I believe every game has been a winnable game. We should have won a lot more than we lost. Yeah. But like I said, there's a guy at work who's a Cowboys fan, and he's been giving me crap all week. Oh, you guys are gonna lose. I'm like, dude, you don't even have your quarterback. You don't have your left tackle. Your defense. I mean, on paper, we should beat them. But
on paper, it shouldn't even be a game.
It should. Yeah, we're more talented. The guys we have on the field were more talented than who they have. Now, if we're both healthy, it could be a coin flip. But they're not. They're more banged up than we are. Now we don't have Logan Wilson. He's out. We don't have Orlando Brown. He's out. So I mean, we're not the healthiest. But the biggest thing for me is as long as Cody Ford can hold up, I think we're going to drop 30 on him. The question is, can the Bengals stop the Cowboys from dropping 32 on us?
Right.
That's the thing.
Who's stepping up for Logan Wilson? Is it Bocce?
No, I think it'd be Akeem Davis-Gaither. I think he's starting. And then the other is the rookie. I can't remember his name. 44. He might get some run too. Somebody in the chat can help me out with that. So Hopefully, and this is a time for Akeem Davis Gaither to show
what he's
what he's
capable of
worth.
doing.
Yeah, because
Because he's gonna have moments.
yeah, and he's in a contract. I think this is the end of his contract, his rookie contract. So he's putting out tape for other teams or for a shot to come back next year. So I mean, and that's the thing is like when you talk about how the players have something to play for. Joe Burrow. I mean, and the thing is, like, they're competitive guys. They live to compete. I mean, they compete at ping pong. They compete at card. They compete at everything. So I don't think we're going to have a hard time with these guys wanting to play. And plus, you got guys that are be fighting for their spot for next year. You got guys that are that are at least fighting for a spot for some team next year. So yes, there is motivation for these guys to play well. I mean, and the thing is, especially this defense, and I can't remember who brought this up. I think James Rapine brought this up. It was either him or Jake Lisco. And it's a good point. With the defense, the players that are on the defense, like especially the rookies, Chris Mims, McKinley Jackson, these guys that they just drafted last year, this coaching staff, this defense coaching staff is the one that drafted them. Let's just say the Bengals blow out the whole defensive side of the ball and blow out the whole coaching staff, and they bring in all new coaching staff. Well, those guys didn't draft them, so they're not going to be as loyal, or they have no reason to be loyal to them.
Right.
So again, for McKinley Jackson, for Chris Jenkins, for Miles Murphy, for these guys, these rookies, and second year players, these last 5 games are huge for them to step up and play better to keep their spot for next year. Because you get another defensive coaching staff in there, you have no idea what they're going to do.
Yeah, because I'm high on. I think they're going to clean house in defense.
They're going to do something on defense. I think something's happened on the defense side of the ball, and I think we might get a new offensive line coach. That's
I think we're gonna. I think this probably is gonna be it for Lou. And I think I don't know what the contract is with Gino.
They'll cut him. They got to cut him.
I'm about to say if we have to keep him or not, but I feel like we will lose him. Von Bell will be gone again, so we'll have a new.
Well, Von Bell's not even starting now, so yeah.
Right.
That safety room has got to be completely revamped.
The safety room is going to be completely revamped again.
And that's where Jordan Battle. He's starting. He's got to prove that's his spot.
That's the thing that pisses me off about Jordan Battle because he's good. Like he's a great player, but just the inconsistency of his game. Where if you go back to the preseason game where we played Green Bay, and he gets that pick, and I was like, that's the Jordan Battle we got to see. Like we haven't seen it. We got that fly around safety that could pick something, and we know he could tackle because he's big physical safety.
Right.
And then he just goes missing. And like with no more big plays. Like no nothing. I think Mike Hilton probably is on his last leg.
I hope they sign him. I really do.
I love his energy. I love him as a player.
I like him as a leader on this team too, because that's the thing. We've lost a lot of leaders. Jesse Bates, DJ Reader. I mean, especially on the defensive side of the ball, he's one I think you got to keep because of that.
Yeah, I don't think we lose him. I think he's gonna be around. And then who else? I like that kid that we just took from TCU, 28.
Newman, yeah,
Newman,
yeah. Are the guys that they drafted as far as and people think I'm crazy, but our DBs are not that bad. I mean, now Cam Taylor-Britt, he's had a bad year. I do believe he's going to bounce back. He's too talented not to.
Yeah.
But Fig Newton's been good. Dax Hill, before he got hurt, was our best rated cover corner. DJ Turner. Yeah, before he got hurt, was playing good. I mean, and that's what's irritating. The young guys started stepping up and playing good, but they all got hurt. So I mean, that's where I'm like, I want to add a cornerback. I do, but I don't think our quarterback room is as bad as people think it is.
It comes from the safety position.
Yeah,
that safety position is basically your captains. If you look at Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, some of the greats, they're putting them in position.
Yeah.
And we had it with Jesse Bates and Logan Wilson for a year, and when we got it rolling, but we need that veteran safety that still has some juice. And I mean, we thought it was Geno, but obviously it's not.
It's not.
It's I don't
It
know.
might be. Watch, he'll go back to Baltimore and he'll be freaking awesome again. And it might just be a
Right.
bad fit, a bad scheme.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, dude. I mean, if they do blow Lou out and they bring another defense coordinator in here, who knows what's going to happen then? Because then it's going to be a whole new scheme. So we'll see.
Killer. And I feel like our blitzes is not like what they
That
should
dude,
be. Like our
to me,
disguise.
Harrison, that to me is the biggest problem with this defense. We do not get consistent pressure on that quarterback at all. We haven't done it all year. I mean, the last game I remember us getting somewhat consistent pressure was the Kansas City game against Mahomes. We got pretty good pressure then, but we haven't.
We did it the second half of the Chargers game.
Yeah, we did, but then we missed field goals. But it's not. But it's only like a second half. It's glimpses here. It's not consistent. That somebody's up there. And the thing is too is, well, Herbert. What happened there? Or excuse me, I called him the wrong name. Sherbert is what I call him. We'd go up the field and get pressure on him, and he'd run right up the middle because nobody would stay there.
Nobody was there.
Yeah, so that we got pressure, but we didn't have contain in the middle of it. That's where Sheldon Rankins. That's where he's not a run stopper. Obviously, he's a pass rusher. That's where we miss DJ Reader. That's where I'm hoping Chris Jenkins moving forward can really evolve into that role. Can he replace DJ Reader? I have no idea. I think he can come close, but maybe with him and McKinley Jackson, those two combined, they might be able to. Someone get close to replacing him. Like I said, DJ Reader was my freaking favorite defensive player. I'm never going to say anybody's going to replace him because he was just too damn good. Still too damn good.
He reminded me was him and what was it, Petco?
Yeah.
They was two different breeds. Mm-hmm. Like two different breeds of big man that could clog up the middle.
Exactly.
And that makes somebody bounce it out. Mm-hmm. We gonna have our work cut out.
I'm not saying this offseason is going to be easy. I'm saying it can be done. I mean, and the thing is, they don't need a shutdown defense. They just need an adequate defense, and that's even with T. Higgins not being here next year because either hopefully they tag him and trade him, we get something for him. I mean, I would love to sign him, but like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. But even with T not being here, this offense is still going to be good. People are like, oh, we don't have the number 2 wide receiver on this team. Like Burton, I think still could be that guy. And look, the Bengals. One thing the Bengals have done a really good job throughout their history is drafting wide receivers. They're going to draft one. You're going to get Eric Alt back next year. They're probably going to hopefully resign Gesicki. So you got those guys. They draft 1 or 2 wide receivers. Hell, maybe they might sign somebody. I mean, the second wide receiver, I'm not worried about. They're going to find somebody.
I used to be like you. I used to think like that. I really did because I love T. Like I love
T. I want to keep him.
Everybody love T.
Yeah.
And it ain't no replacing T.
No. Oh God, no. No.
But
I am not at all saying we can replace him at all. No.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say we gonna hurt without T, but he's a game changer on that field.
Absolutely.
And I used to think Yoshi was the answer. Nah,
he's
like,
not. He's a good number 3 wide receiver.
Yeah. And I thought Burton was gonna be it, but where I'm thinking like, all right, we'll have Chase, but then we'll have somebody like Burton, which would be like kind of like a Tyler Boyd, Mr. Consistent.
Yeah,
and he still ain't figured it out yet.
Yeah, I like when I see him give up on routes. That reminds me of.
It pisses me off.
That reminds me of Jerome Simpson. I've yelled at the screen a couple of times, like, dude, keep running. Why didn't you stop?
My friends be talking. They think they've a man Joe Burrow overthrew that.
No,
I'm like, no.
He quit running.
Literally, he just stops. Like he gives up on his route.
Yeah,
and like so. If we do lose T, we gotta get somebody. Either I don't know what receiver big body receiver in the draft that we could get kind of late, because I think for the first three rounds, we got to hit defense.
Yeah, at least first two's got to be defense.
Yeah,
You're probably not
it
drafting a wide
got to
receiver
be
till
the
the
best.
third round, probably.
Yeah,
Unless there's just a wide receiver that they
Yeah.
just can't pass up that's
Yeah.
just sitting there.
It had to be some shit.
Yeah.
But I think I gotta look at what free agent receivers could we possibly bring in, because I think too with the positive of having Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in free agency, or people in free agent, they will want to come play with Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
like that's the difference between when we just had like Andy Dalton couldn't get anybody.
Right.
People gonna want to come and see what this Joe Burrow hype is about.
Yeah.
Because he like Jasecki's like once he gets back rolling, you know, he done have some games and catches where, like you said, I would love to bring him back, and just even with Tanner Hudson, Eric, like he's going to get people the ball. You're going to get the ball. So it's like if you on your damn near last leg as a receiver, and you want to make
come in all limping and I'm like, I got it.
I'm doing a pitch out there to free agent receivers like, come to Cincinnati, man. We got you. We ain't gonna just let you walk out dry. We gonna make don't get fooled by this year. Don't be fooled by this year. It's just, you know, everybody got to have them downs.
And that's a good point, Harrison. And one thing, people act like, oh my God, we're so far gone. We're never going to get back to where we were. Well, I just like to remind Bengals fans of the Philadelphia Eagles last year. They collapsed. They blew out both coordinators. They were almost fired the coach. It was a horrible season. They were never going to get back. Well, look what happened this year. The Buffalo Bills, like, last year people were like, well, is this the Josh Allen, is their Super Bowl window closed? You know, then they traded Stephon Diggs, and they go, where are they at? Yeah. You have that quarterback. You got that wide receiver. You got that talent. You're, like Joe Burrow said 2 years ago, his Super Bowl window is his entire career, and I still believe that. Yeah. You know, and you can fix it. People are going to want to come here and play.
Yeah, until he just completely shits the bed, which I just don't ever see happening. He's like Josh Allen cannot be bad. Jalen Hurts, you know, they, as much as they say he's bad, like not good, but he's not just going to be terrible. They're going to put people around.
He's better than people give him credit for him.
Right. Yeah. Like it's just not just going to be just no fall off. Like it's no falling off for Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Hell, you can even throw Baker Mayfield up there right now.
Yeah, he's playing good.
They're selling as long, and they always gonna have a team around them. You didn't think Josh Allen was about to do anything,
right?
And he's out here doing it all.
And the thing is, like, all right, and Paul, I'll bring Paul's comment up here. He said the problem is Mike Brown isn't going to pay for top tier receivers. Okay. Who, like, you don't, when you have Joe Burrow, you don't actually have to have top tier wide receivers. You got to have guys who can get open. If they can get open, he'll give them the ball. And that's and that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not going to replace T. Like, you're not. It's going to be somebody less. But I just go back to the games when Jamar was. They're going to sign Jamar. So I mean, that one's. They're going to sign him. I mean, they should have signed him before this past season. It's going to cost them more money. I said that. A lot of us said that. It was stupid they didn't resign him earlier. They're going to get that. And so again, I'm not worried about the offense. I mean, I go back to hell. Look at who the hell is Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball to? They don't have top. Nobody, none of their wide receivers are on that team or anywhere close to as good as Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. Wow. Look at Tom Brady. Other than when he had Randy Moss, name a Hall of Fame wide receiver he had on that team. So I'm not worried about that. You have Joe Burrow. He can elevate people. It's just like Harrison when people say, "Well, Burrow, we don't need a tight end because Burrow doesn't throw the tight end." I was like, bullshit. If they're open, he'll throw them the ball.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Need a tight end.
Yeah, you need a tight end. And the thing is, if Burrow does not give two shits who he throws the ball to. If you're open, he's going to throw you the ball. That's it. And so that's where, like I said, I am not dismissing T. I want to sign T. We are not going to have a wide receiver as good as T. We're not. I mean, but we need to fix the defense. And this has been the problem. And I kind of went back to how do we get here? So the Super Bowl year, we went there and we made it with a terrible offensive line. Our offense wasn't that great. Our defense was opportunistic, and that's the reason we made it as far as we did, is because the defense pretty much carried us. I mean, Joe Burrow obviously had a great season, but it was the defense won a lot of games for us. So that offseason, like, we went and got L. Collins. We got him, and then we got Ted Karras, and we got Alex Kappa, and so we fixed the offensive line. Then we turned around and we got Orlando Brown. We spent all this money on the offensive line, which is great. We needed to, but we neglected the defensive side of the ball. We let DJ Reader go. We let Cheeto Beatawuzi go. We let Jesse Bates go, and we did not have a plan to replace these guys. The only one that the Bengals had a plan for was Jesse Bates when they drafted Dax Hill, and it didn't work. DJ Reader, they didn't have a plan to replace him. That's been the problem, is they haven't had or if they had a plan, they did a terrible job of executing it. However you want to look at it. They got to have, like, all right, A, B, C, D, E, F, free agency, bam, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And, they talk before, the legal tampering. They do that all the time, because the Bengals signed Kappa and Karras within like 15 minutes of free agency starting, and there ain't no way they negotiated all that in 15 minutes. So they need to get a plan together and saying, all right, these are our target guys. This is our safety. Which, again, I think they did it last year with Geno Stone. I think Geno Stone was their target safety. It hasn't worked. So they need to go back and do that again. They need to target a guy in the middle to help Michaela Jackson, to help Chris Jacobs. They need to target an edge. You got to get – hell, dude, if it's me, I'm calling the Raiders up going, hey, you want our first-round pick? Give me Max Crosby. I would love that. That's never going to happen. But that's what they got to do. They got to target these guys. And if they target – I would rather them sign 3 free agents, a safety, interior defense lineman, and an edge. If they can sign 3 of those guys, then you can fill in the rest with the draft. And if you hit on the draft, which they did this past year – and I know it's been hit or miss with the Bengals on the draft, but if they do hit on it, you're back in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not trying to make it. I mean, people try to make it more complicated than it is. It's that simple. Yeah. And then people are coming at me like, well, Mike Brown's cheap and he's not going to spend money. You do realize we've spent more money in free agency in the last 5 years than we spent in the first 50 of the freaking franchise. So I mean, he has spent money. Right. He hasn't spent it. They haven't spent it in the right way. And yet, Could he spend more money? Absolutely. I wanted them to get some more defensive line help. I wanted them to get some more offensive line just for depth. I wanted them to do that, and they didn't do that. They didn't spend enough, and they didn't spend it in the right way.
I think this year has probably been the most frustrating year, and for the Bengals and fans. And I think this has been the most vocal the fans have been about literally everything. Oh yeah, like I haven't seen so many bad comments. It's like fire Zach or
Mike Brown's a clown or this. I'm like,
so. I'm confident in them that they are going to shut us up and because nobody thought it would be like this. Nobody. Nobody.
Not even the experts thought it would be like this. Nobody did.
So, and then, it's going to come time where now the Bengals are starting to lose money because fans aren't coming to the games and fans aren't, buying, alcohol, drinks, food, and everything. It's just going to be waste. So they're going to take a hit too. So then now it goes back to, we got to do something. We can't do 2 seasons of this. Right. So we got to fix it now. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to be shocked this offseason. Nobody like the fact that we're already talking about offseason.
It sucks.
It's crazy.
I hate it.
But I know for a fact. I know for a fact because we're too good of a team, and we They seen what they loved when we was good because they was making money. All the changes and stuff to the stadium, they ain't gonna be able to do all that now. Like if we continue this, so they're going to jump on it ASAP. I feel like it's gonna be some big moves this offseason. I got a good feeling.
I mean the key free agents that the Bengals need to sign. One, first and foremost, I'd love to sign him. I don't think that's gonna happen, but Trey Henderson, you got to re-sign him. You got to re-sign B.J. Hill. I would let Rankins go. Sam Hubbard, I would at least try to restructure his contract because
He got to take a cut.
his problem is he's gotten hurt, and he got hurt again in
Yeah.
training camp. He hurt his hamstring, and it was like a grade 6 or something like that. It was bad.
I feel like if Sam want to stay, he gonna have to do some Joe Mixon stuff.
Yeah,
Take a cut.
that's what I
and
think.
just prove
Yeah.
that you just want to play football for here.
Because
Or-
I still, if he could stay healthy, and that's a big if because he hasn't been healthy the last 2 years, I still think he's got something left. Now, don't get me wrong. I would not start him. I am getting an edge. I'm getting somebody who can get after that quarterback to help Trey. But like I said, not on that. But just that defensive line. If you sign Trey, you re-sign BJ, you get somebody else that can help with the interior run that'll hold the line, hold the gaps, along with McKinley Jackson and Chris Jenkins, and then you get another edge on the other side there. And if Miles Murphy can do something, which I love Lou, but for the love of God, why the hell doesn't he give Miles Murphy more snaps? I don't know. Just find out what the guy can do. It drives me insane that he's like, oh, well, we're good where we're at. I'm like, this is your number 1 pick from 2 years or from last year. Why aren't you playing him more? I don't, unless he just doesn't believe he is what we needed him to be, and that might be it. That might be the answer that Lou is like, this guy isn't what we thought he was going to be, which sucks because then you just blew a number 1 pick for no reason. So but if you get those 3 right there and you fix the safety, like Jordan Battle, this is time to shine to show that this is his spot. Go and so I put Tyson Anderson. I'd love to get Tyson Anderson some playing time there too, see what he can do. Geno Stone, he's gone, and you got to get another safety. You do that, this defense is at least acceptable. So we can at least stop guys, and that's really all you got to be. And they can go back to being opportunistic and all that stuff. And that's the thing is, everybody talking about the opportunistic defense we had. We got pressure on the quarterback when we did that. And I keep banging that drum. You get pressure on that quarterback, he throws the ball quicker. He throws it where he doesn't want to throw it because he doesn't have time to stand there and eat a sandwich, tie a shoelace, turn around, do the do-si-do, and throw a friggin' touchdown pass. You got to get that ball out of his hand. It's basic football, and we don't do that.
Yeah, we tonight gonna show a lot.
Yeah.
Tonight gonna show a lot.
It's gonna be fun.
Tapping out, calling it quits, packing it up, boys, and
Are we showing up and showing out?
yeah, like we gonna be like, hey, we got a couple more games left. Let's have fun. Let's play out. Let's give these people something to look for.
Michael Madden said, do you think they need to hit free agency day 1? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Well,
they need to hit that motherfucker right now.
Yeah, exactly. Go just sign somebody now. Just like, you're a free agent, we're going to take you. Yeah.
Start recruiting.
Start recruiting now. But yeah, that's the thing. If they could do what they did when they signed Cat by Harris day 1, I'm telling you, this fan base would be like, oh, we're back. We're back, baby. We're so back. And everybody's going to be like, Ice, we're back. I'm like, I never left.
Nah,
But that's...
They going to do it. I'm telling you. Yeah, I watch. Just as much confidence as I had this season about us going to the Super Bowl or making the playoffs. I think like I said, how bad this season was. Day 1, I think we going to see something that the Bengals ain't never done before. And that's attack.
Exactly. I got Brad Kripp here. He's been hanging out with Bengals and Bruce too much. He said, it's the coaches, Iceman. The coaches doesn't make jack shit, even close to the league average. Coaches' salaries, look it up. It's crazy, but it's true. Okay. I'm not sure what that has to do with them coaching good. I don't. Okay. I guess we should pay more. Our shitty coaches that everybody says we have more money. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, or people put this out there, we're going to get Bill Belichick, or not get Bill Belichick, and people throw it out there. Let's get Mike Vrabel. The hell did Mike Vrabel win? I mean, he got fired in Tennessee because we beat him. I mean, that's where I'm like, oh, let's go get it for what? And that's where people go. Well, Zach Taylor's awful. Zach Taylor went to the Super Bowl and AFC Championship game, and last year he damn near got the Bengals to the playoffs without Joe Burrow. Right. But all of a sudden this year he's an awful coach. It's just, like, come on. I mean, I'm like, am I saying he is one of the greatest coaches in the league? No, because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. The best coach in the league right now is Andy Reid. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Until he wins that, then he
him
is
and
what
that Detroit Lion coach.
Yeah, which I mean, Detroit Lion, everything's going great for them. So you missed it Friday night, Harrison. We had a Detroit Lion fan at the bar at Millions, and I wish I had heard exactly what he said. I didn't hear it totally live. I rewatched it and listened, but he was literally saying that the defensive line or the Detroit Lions defensive coach could take a guy off the street in front of millions and make him a quality NFL defensive player. I'm like, you are seriously drinking way too much because there is no way Sorry, Harrison, you and me are former athletes. We can't go play in the NFL. Even when we were younger, they couldn't make us NFL players. Like, that's the thing that fans get so twisted in their head. Oh my God, this defensive coach is awesome. He goes, and his thing is because Detroit is so injured, they're still playing well. Again, it goes back to what I said before. Once you get that momentum, once you get that belief, and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing because nobody's trying to do extra because, oh crap, we're 4-8. I got to make an extra play. I got to do this. I got to try to do something extra, which happens when you're 14-1 or 14-2, whatever the hell the Lions are. Everybody does their job because they're relaxed. They know I'm doing this. He's going to do this. Everybody's going to do what you're supposed to do. Even when you bring in players, that's what happens when you have momentum, when you have a winning culture, which the Bengals don't have a winning culture this year. They've had it before in the past. It's belief. It's knowing the guy beside you is going to be there doing the right thing. If you look at the Bengals defense, they get on the sideline, they get mad at each other because somebody wasn't supposed to be where they're supposed to be. You don't have that with Detroit. And this whole nonsense of one coach can take you or me and turn him into an NFL defensive player is effing crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
That's where people get so twisted with this, and that's why we're fans and they're coaches.
Right. No, that's good to believe in your coach that much, but that just shows the power of what a coach can make somebody believe. Like,
right.
Then that's what I will say is lost in our locker room right now. I'm not gonna say any coach, but for us, like we used to be like, man, Zach would be able to put together a team, and when Lou was cooking, we like, man, Lou, man, I go out there and play, and we just lost the energy of the faith. Like once you start losing faith, you like, I go out there and make a tackle.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Now, and it goes back like Michael Banniger says, as much as it pains me, Mike Tomlin is a great coach. Now, he hasn't won everybody forgets he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years. Before this year, everybody's like, well, has Tomlin lost it? Is he as good of a coach? Did he win that Super Bowl? Was it his players or was it Callahan's or Cowher's players? That's what people were saying. Now they're back to winning it. Oh, Tomlinson's a great coach, which I'm not saying he's not. I never thought he went away from being a great coach. That's the thing. People forget what they said at the beginning of the year. Like, well, if Tomlinson doesn't win, he still hasn't won a playoff game. I mean, what happens if Tomlinson has this great season and then lose in the first round again, which he's done the last 6 years? I mean,
they do.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I mean, that's the thing. Like people forget. Crip's on here saying that I guess you get what you pay for. Okay, well, we got what we paid for is we paid for a coach who took us to a Super Bowl and an AFC Championship game, and we had a defensive coach who had one of the best defenses in the league not that long ago, and people were interviewing him for head coaches. That's what happened, and you can get mad at me for all you want, but that's the facts of what happened. This year has sucked, and if you don't have talent, your coaches look like ass. Look, Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches in NBA history. He also had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. If he didn't have them, do you think he would win as many titles as he did? No!
Look at the games he retired of.
Yeah.
When they were still playing with the Lakers. Like, they were ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you have to have talent. Talented players make coaches look great. Look at Andy Reid.
I was about to say Kentucky basketball.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Right.
Hey, and then everybody like fire him, get him out of UK. Like, damn, he just won y'all.
Right.
All these he done had so many first round picks come out, and now talent is going away. Y'all done got that man up out of here. Like people change so quick.
Yeah, and it just cracks me up. I had a point I was going to say. I was reading Dustin's comment here. Lou has had the bottom of the league defense 3 out of 5 seasons he was here. I'm not saying we have to have a great defense. We had a good enough defense since Lou's been here, except for the first 2 years, his defense wasn't great. Super Bowl year was pretty good. Second year was pretty good. Last year was pretty good. I mean, it was good enough to win. I'll put it that way. You can look at it however you want. We don't need a top 5 defense when you have Joe Burrow. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying keep Lou. You want to fire Lou? Fire him. I mean, after this year, if he deserves something needs to change. So don't get it twisted up that I think Lou should stay. I'm not saying he should go. I'm not saying he should stay. They can do something's got to change. Either Lou's got to change defense. Somebody on the defensive side of the ball has got to change. The way Duke Tobin has had a plan is my thing. Is the biggest thing that has to change. The plan has not worked the last 2 years. That's what I'm thinking.
I think too. People really forgetting, like the year he went to the Super Bowl, defense was good. They made stops, made plays, winning in Tennessee. What was it? The first play got the pick, ended on pick, whatever. Mm-hmm. Go to Kansas City, come back from being down, come back, win that game. Super Bowl really wasn't a defense fault. Say rest, but we still in that game.
That was a refs.
come back next season. Then we go back to the playoffs, go up to Buffalo, play lights out against Buffalo when everybody thought Buffalo was gonna beat us. Do that, then still play Kansas City good enough to where we should have won, but then once again, calls and everything else. Like for the past 2 years, the defense 3 years defense has not been bad. Like they kept us in when Joe.
They haven't been great, but they haven't been. Yeah. They haven't been this. They've been historically bad this year.
They've
been awful.
Then last year they kept us in games to win when we had Brownie to almost give us the hope of getting back to the Super Bowl, and then that's when it just kind of started trickling down. Like, all right, injuries and shit. Then now this year, literally high school could score on this defense, but that is just over the years. It's crazy that happened because you just never expected it to be this bad.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm never seeing something just completely do it 360. This is damn near like you went in the lottery and then all of a sudden you just went broke and you like, how the hell did this just happen? We was good 3 years ago. Where'd it go? Money go? Yeah, like that's the type of craziness this year has been for us on the defensive side because we got the names. If you would put the names out and be like, damn, this team is that bad.
Dude, trust me, we're not the only ones that we thought that were surprised this season went the way it is. I mean, most quote unquote experts are like that too. Dustin here, he says also sports are also about optics and marketing. Like, what are the Bengals going to sell us in the spring if no changes are made after maybe the most disappointing season in history? I'm not saying there's not going to be changes made. Hold on a second. He made it. Let's bring in our boy Neil here. Neil, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? How are you guys?
Good. We're just discussing the Bengals season here. And I think when I defend Zach and the coach staff, people think that I'm saying that nothing should change. And I'm not saying anything should change. I don't think Zach should get fired. I mean, something on the defensive side of the ball should change. Either Lou gets changed, the offensive line coach gets changed. Something's going to get changed. Somebody's getting fired. The biggest thing for me, and I try to explain this again, is the Bengals, and I'm more on Duke Tobin. Duke Tobin needs to have a better plan of what he's going to do in this offseason. The plan the last 2 years have sucked. It hasn't worked. If they go, and this is what I said, they target if you target a safety, which I don't even know the free agent class, I have no idea. But you target a really good safety, you target an interior defense lineman, and you target an edge rusher. You get sign those three along. Keep Trey and BJ Hill. You do all that. Then your problem, now hopefully they hit on all these guys. Your problems on your defense are hopefully that's solved, but at least you got guys who might be able to fill it. And then you can take your draft and you can fill in from there. That's where you have to go. Where the Bengals have messed up the last couple of years is they, like I said, last year they lost DJ Reader. Okay, oh shit, let's hurry up and sign Sheldon Rankins. No! Overpay for DJ Reader. Keep him. They got to value the guys. And this is crazy because it wasn't long ago people were upset that the Bengals valued their own players more than they valued other teams' players. And the last couple of years, it seems like they haven't done that. I don't know what the hell happened. But to me, Neil, it's more of they got to have a better plan this offseason to set this team up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you can't go out in free agency and try and hit on guys who have had 1 or 2 good years. You have to go out and find good experienced guys. And I mean, you look at what they did this offseason. They went out and they brought in Geno Stone, for example. I mean, he had 1 good year in Baltimore, and that was last year where he went to a Pro Bowl. 1 good year. And then look what happened. Now he's leading the NFL in missed tackles, essentially. So, I mean, on top of it, you got to just have a better evaluation period, I guess is how we can say it. You got to do a better job at evaluating in the free agency market. Obviously, you can't go at some of these guys who are based off 1 good seasons, because if you go off that, it's going to be hit or miss every season, because obviously making the adjustment from team to team is different depending on the defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator. So the scheme's different no matter what, but they have to be better at evaluating in terms of free agency, because you look at some of the free agents that they brought in, essentially the only big one that they have brought in that's still here in Cincinnati has been Trey Hendrickson. They should have overpaid for DJ Reader, like you mentioned, but instead, once DJ Reader moved on, they quickly jumped to a guy in Sheldon Rankins who has not even played, half the games this season, it feels like?
Yeah, and when he hasn't been that effective.
Productive.
Yeah.
So, overall, they just have to do a better job at evaluating there in the free agency market, because obviously with how much cap space the Bengals are going to have this season, they're expected to make some noise in the free agency aspect. But they got to do it the right way if they're going to do that this offseason.
Exactly. I'm going to bring up Crypt Keeper here, and I'm not sure what he mean. He said, Mr. Ice forgets that his fan base saw this nightmare coming. You, me, all of us saw this coming. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No. Pork Chop was saying this is Destiny year. I was saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I even kept saying that the colors for the Super Bowl logo has got orange in it. So no. And Crip, I love you. There's not one damn Bengals fan that saw 4-8 coming. Nobody did. I don't care what you say. Hey, nobody saw 4-8 coming. I mean, that's. I love you, Crip. I do. I appreciate you, but you are there. How? How did? Because even the experts didn't see it. They were picking us to go to the Super Bowl, picking us to win the division. Like nobody saw 4-8. I don't know. That it's going to frustrate me when people say that, because that's not true. That's not even close to true.
You look down and nobody saw 4-8 coming.
No,
nobody saw that coming. But you look down at it, they are 1 play a game away from being
8-4 at least.
9-2.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, it's 1 play away each game. They give up the 1 big play, or they don't make the 1 big play.
Right.
And look what happens.
Exactly. Like Michael Benton here said, I wasn't expecting the D to be this crappy. I was like, exactly. None of us were. You know, I mean, I was worried about losing DJ. I thought that was going to be a big loss, and it has been. But the thing is, it hasn't been a big loss as far as our run defense. Our run defense has actually been pretty good. It's our pass. And what DJ would miss on DJ is when we actually get pressure, the quarterback would run into DJ. and now the guys are going, Rankins, all them are going up the field too, and the middle of the field is wide open. That's where we've missed DJ, is that aspect. But yeah, I mean, Neil, the thing is, I keep saying, people act like this season, it is a lost season, but this season is going to set us back 10 years. Dude, we can
set you back 1 season, and that season will take you to 2025.
We can fix it we can fix the defense in 1 year. And like I said, it ain't got to be a top 5 defense. It could be a top 12 defense with Joe Burrow, and we'll be back in the playoffs. When you get in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen.
No, simply you just have to get a mediocre defense, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have to go out and you have to go grab a Jesse Bates or a Justin Simmons there and your 2 starting safeties. Go out and you get top cornerbacks. You don't have to. You just need a mediocre defense and a defense that stays healthy. I mean, obviously, things are different because Sam Hubbard hasn't been healthy all season. And obviously, that was your guy on the end outside of Trey Hendrickson. But, I mean, on top of it, you hit on some things in the free agency aspect. You get healthy, and you get this defense to I would say, a top 15 defense where even if you're sitting in the 10 to 15 rank in terms of all the defensive metrics, this offense is going to put up 30, 35 points a game if you allow it to.
Right.
Especially with how capable Jamar Chase is on the outside. Whatever they do with T. Higgins, but more than likely he's gone. Everybody knows that. And then on top of it, Chase Brown has emerged as one of the
I was glad you brought that because that's what I was about to say in my head. People are not giving Chase Brown the credit that I think that he deserves of how good he stepped up since Zach Moss has not been able to play.
Exactly. And then on top of it, you never know what could happen. Eric Gall comes back from the injury and goes to what he did the first 4 or 5 weeks before the injury. Do they re-sign Mike Gesicki? That's still an option. Like, there's still plenty of weapons there on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, still have Jermaine Burton sitting in the wings. Obviously, a lot has got to be taken care of first.
He's got to quit. He's got to quit quitting on routes. Me and Harrison were talking about that earlier.
So, I mean, overall, the talent is there on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes.
Especially, Joe Burrow is going to throw the ball 40 times a game. And Jamar Chase is going to get 10 targets a game. Everybody knows that.
I mean, let me put this out there to everybody of how good Joe Burrow is, how good of a quarterback we have. Jackpot Joey, 15 touchdown passes over the past 4 games. 15 touchdown passes. That's the most in Bengals history. Jamar Chase is 1 catch away from 80 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 7 TDs in the first 4 seasons. That's unbelievable. I mean, the problem is we're 1-7 in 1-score games. We're 2-4 when they scored 33 plus points. We scored 33 or more points. We're 2-4. We're 0-2 against AFC North when we score 38 points. Like, it's not the fucking offense.
Say it again.
It's not the fucking offense. I keep telling you guys this. It's the defense, and we're not talented enough on defense. I can't say this enough. You guys want to go, the comments on there, I got to stop looking at it right now because you're starting to frustrate me. We have to have talent on defense. And Neil, I was telling Harrison, the Detroit Lion fan at Millions, I didn't even hear him say this until I rewatched it. He said that he could take you, me, or Harrison, or anybody off that defense coordinator for the Lions, could take you, me, or Harrison, or anybody off the street and turn them into an NFL defensive player. You know how crazy that is? That's how NFL fans think.
Right now, you're not going to turn me into a defensive player because I'm $130. I'm getting cooked if you put me on a football field. Flat out.
Right, and that's the thing. And he's like, well, we're so and he kept going, we're so injured. And we're getting drunk as hell. But everybody keeps coming up and playing good. Right, because when you have that culture where all you got to do is your job because the next guy to your right or left is going to do their job, and the play call is going to be right, and you're going to stop the team, and you have that belief. You don't try to do that extra thing to try to make the play because, well, that guy messed up last play, so I'm going to try to do a little bit more. That's what happens. NFL football, or football in general, is the most team-oriented sport. You got a team that knows the guy next to him is going to do his job, and all you got to do is your job. You're going to play a lot better.
So overall, I mean, too, on top of it, like that guy mentioning the Detroit Lions.
No, hold on.
Look what happens when you have the 2 best running backs in the NFL right now.
Hold on. I don't get frustrated when people don't agree with me. I get frustrated when you guys all say the same stuff and it doesn't make any sense. That's the frustrating part. Ice or Dustin, whatever your name is. Sorry, Dustin. That's the frustrating part. It's not that people don't agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. It's just like the Lions guy says. They could take a player off a guy off the street and turn him into a defensive player. That's the stuff that's just stupid. That's not true. And it's stuff when people are like, well, Lou's been a terrible coach. They haven't been terrible coaches. We went to the AFC Championship game. We went to the playoffs. They haven't been. That's not true. That's what drives me nuts. When it's a shitty season. That's it. You can turn it around in a year. That's all I'm saying. That's what I get frustrated with because you guys don't remember what happened the last 4 years. That's when I get frustrated. Sorry. Now you disagree with me. You can disagree with me. It's just when you don't remember what happens. And it happens when we have losing seasons. It just does. Anyway, sorry.
See what happens when you lose? All madness happens. Nobody's happy.
Right.
Everybody.
People think, oh, you're just too optimistic. I'm like, I actually think I'm being pretty realistic about this when you actually look at what is going on with this team. It's the defense. And you get 4 guys, which is a big get, but that's where I keep going back to because that's where everybody gets it twisted. They want to blame Zach. They want to blame Lou. Blame Duke. That's where I'm trying to say. It's the plan. It's the people he brought in did not work. That's the problem. You know, that's the problem. It's not a Zach Taylor problem. It's not a Lou Anarumo problem. It's a Duke Tobin problem. They didn't bring the right people in. And the years before that, they did. They missed. It happens. Anyway, how are you guys?
Good.
Don't hurt nobody.
Hey, we got about an hour and a half till kickoff, Jeff. We got to get you to the game.
Yeah,
game.
I'm drinking pop. I gotta go to work tonight.
That's
unfortunately,
or 12:30 tonight.
I'm supposed to be there at 12:30, but we'll see what time the game's over. I might be a little late. We'll see. Anyway, Neil, Harrison, you guys both coming tomorrow night?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm up in the air right now.
Well, hopefully you can because this could be a lot of fun. Me and Neil and Joe would definitely be there. Hopefully Harrison will be there. We'll be live tomorrow night at Moorline Lager House. We're there each and every Tuesday from 6 to 8. Happy hour starts at 3, goes till 9. Bronson Arroyo will be our guest. He'll be on for the first hour, talking baseball, talking whatever you want to talk about. And the second hour, he's going to play some music, and we're going to have some fun. Happy hour means $5 drafts, house wines, well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. So I would highly recommend you guys come on down. And hopefully we'll be celebrating the Bengals victory, too. That would be awesome. But it is 6:30. Harrison, you've been on the whole time. You got anything you want to plug? You got any comedy shows or anything coming up here before I'll let you go?
This weekend I will be over in Northside at the Comet Bar. The show's at 7 and 9:30. So we got that coming up. So that's Saturday after the crosstown shootout. Yeah,
right? go watch the Bearcats beat Xavier and then go watch Harrison.
Pull up on your boy Harrison and check him out.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, hey, Harrison, real quick before I let you go, the video, the Boys to Men video. How many times did it take you to do that? And what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, so, man, it took me, I'm not going to lie, it took me almost an hour and a half to do that. Because, oh my God, I can't believe you asked me this. So lately, I got called the TikTok comedian. And
yes, you did.
I'm like, don't call me that. I'm not a TikTok comedian. Like, I'm a real comic. Not saying that they're not, but just that name, I just don't like it. So then I'm looking on TikTok, and I see that it was that Boys to Men challenge, and I was like, this would be funny if I could just like do it outside the stadium. And I called my boy, and he's like, dude, you got to do it. And I was like, I was really hoping you said not to do it. I was like, I'm not going to. He's like, no, do it. I'm telling you, just go do it. And that's literally the first video that I have ever made, like, outside. Like, not just like.
How cold was it? Because you ripped your shirt off.
Yeah, it was cold as hell.
Could your nipples cut ice?
Yes. I'm literally like walking around the stadium trying to figure out like where I could just like post up where like nobody would see me,
right?
And like, I don't look like a complete idiot, like taking my shirt off. And there was nowhere to do it. Like there was like I tried to post up like going through like get the gate 150 like where those sections at.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get the picture where Joe Burrow is being held up. Like I'm trying to do it there, but it was like workers there, so it was cars. So I couldn't do it there. So then I tried to shoot it like right where it says "Welcome to the Jungle," where they
walk out.
Practice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do it there. And I kept getting nervous because cars were across the street. I'm like, they're just looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, and like, why is he taking his shirt off? It's so cold. So I finally get one video, and I send it to my friend, and he's like, "No, that's not it. Like that's not good." I'm like, "Damn it!" I'm like, "Bro, I'm not doing this." And he's like, "Dude, you already been down there this long.
You might as well finish it."
And he's like, "You got to get one."
Right.
So I parked across the street where I finally did, and I took a picture of what the angle would look like. I was like, "Would this work?" Because his thing was, you just gotta have the stadium in the video.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did this angle work?" He's like, "Hell yeah, that's actually better than what you just did."
Yeah.
I was out there. I did that like 4 more times because he wanted different ones to see which one was the funniest. And of course, he liked the very first one I did. So yeah, that was that video.
It was good.
Yeah, he's like, you know, you got to do it again now. I'm like, oh. So we'll see what the next video would be. No promises.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the next video, Harrison, will be at midnight tonight when the Bengals beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I could just do it in my car.
And not Harrison crying in the car.
No jelly roll. No jelly roll tonight.
Man, I'm about to be. He's about to sponsor the Bengals after this. I have all the fans listening to that shit.
Well, tell everybody where they can follow you on Insta to see all these great videos.
Follow me at Harrison the Comedian on Instagram and TikTok.
He's not a TikTok comedian. He's an actual real comedian.
Whatever now at this point. I'm whatever y'all call me.
As long as you call me, right?
Yeah, as long as you call me. Harrison Butler on Facebook and HBZ on Twitter or X because I can't change my name on there. So it's stuck as HBZ.
Well, it's very hard. I'm glad I just spelled Harrison and I've tagged you enough times it pops up now because I can't spell it HBZ.
Bengal Jim was looking for it one time. He's like, "What is your damn name on Twitter?" I was like, HBZ. I can't change it. I'm sorry.
HBZ in the house.
BZ in the house.
There you go. Tony said he was crying.
The Mary J. Blige. Yeah, that was what game was that? I can't remember. Oh no, that was the Chargers game?
Yeah. No, because you did the parking lot outside Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that. You helped me pack up and then I woke up or went to work the next morning. I'm like, oh shit, he did that right outside Millions. Or trillions, sorry, not millions, trillions.
Yeah, they've been some funny sad ones lately.
Well, we're gonna have a victory one tonight, hopefully.
Fucking better.
All right, Harrison. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow night. Maybe I'll see you Friday night.
All right.
Later, dude.
All right, let's see you guys.
Who day?
See you, Harrison.
All right, Neil. Tell everybody where they can follow you at to find all your stuff because we might have hopefully maybe have some. We're gonna do some crosstown shootout stuff. This week, maybe Wednesday, hopefully, if we're reaching out trying to get some guests on here for me. But tell everybody where they can follow you at, what you got going on.
Yeah, you guys can find me out over at the Front Office News, a.k.a. Cincinnati.rivals.com. Or you can find me out at Bearcat Blitz as well. And then, just continue checking us out. Twitter is MeyerNeil6. Obviously, very active over there right now. It's portal season for the Bearcats, so I've been living on Twitter and refreshing the portal every 45 minutes, it feels like today, to see who Cincinnati's reached out to. So for all that content, you can head on over to CincinnatiRivals.com. We got a list of about 14, 15 guys that Cincinnati has reached out to already. So it's going to be interesting next few days. But overall, some big news on the Bearcats front. Dante Corleone returning as well. So that's some big.
I was surprised by that one.
I was not surprised. I was hearing from my sources about a week and a half ago that was in the works, and honestly, it's a good move now that it's official that he's announced he's returning. He graduated, is graduating Friday, and he's coming back to pursue another certificate in the degree that he's focusing on. So coming back for that extra year, capitalize that NIL money, and then get another degree in the process. It's a win-win for both situations.
Absolutely. Hey, it's time to go. My cat's out. How my cat got out. Hi, Ember. How are you? All right, Neil. Well, you can catch him there. You can catch him live with me every Tuesday and most Fridays. And we might be back on Wednesday, right? We're working on something for Wednesday's show.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, but definitely check us out tomorrow night at More Line Logger House. Neil, I appreciate it, man.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
See you, brother. Hooday.
Yep.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And like I said, guys, you don't agree with me, that's fine. I get a little loud. I get frustrated because I hear this stuff at work. I hear this stuff on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't believe it. So that's just what I believe. I believe the Bengals can fix this good enough in a year. Yeah, I do think 2 years really to completely fix the defense, yes. What I'm asking, what I'd like them to do is, like I said, Duke Tobin, and this is where, to me, this season falls on Duke Tobin. The guys he's brought in and the guys they've let go have not worked at all. You know, they have not fixed the safety room. Hell, they haven't even fixed when they lost Larry Ogunjobi. They haven't fixed that. So, I mean, that's where the defense has just went down and down and down and down. And I didn't see it. You know, I mean, I was worried about it with DJ Reader. I was, because I love DJ and I did not want him to leave. Jesse Bates, we all knew he was going to leave. Von Bell, we didn't expect for him to leave last year. We were happy, ecstatic we got him back this year. But he is not the same player. He's not. Geno Stone is not the same player. Sheldon Rankins has not been the player. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully McKinley Jackson, hopefully Chris Jenkins, those guys can be the future of our interior line, along with hopefully signing somebody else, you know, and getting a edge rusher. If you can address those in the offseason, sign Trey and sign BJ, then, to me, it makes the draft a lot easier because you don't have to go, oh, my God, we got to get an edge, an interior guy, a safety in the draft. You can draft the talent. You could draft a wide receiver in the second round if you wanted to, if you hit on free agency. And, of course, we're not going to know if they hit on free agency until the season starts. So, hopefully they will. I was happy about Geno Stone when they signed him. I was wrong. I wasn't happy they let DJ Reader go. Still not happy about that. But that's the thing. Like, when people keep blaming the coaches and everything, Andy Reid was a good coach in Philly. He's a great coach in Kansas City because he's got Patrick Mahomes, and they do a great job. Their front office does a better job than the Bengals do of filling their needs. They do. That's what they've done. They've got guys that fit their scheme and fit what they do and fit in perfectly. That's what the Bengals have to get back to doing. Finding guys that fit their scheme, fit what they do, and can fit in seamlessly. And then when they get back to doing that, we're going to be back in the playoffs. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on ZTV, YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch. You can follow me on all those along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And shout out to my sponsors. I know, Emperor, I'm getting out of here. I'm going. Check out Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. If you want snow removal, they do that. If you want leaf removal, they do that. If you're just want to get a jump start on the spring, give them a call. Also, check out Midwest's best barbecue and creamery right out there in Ward's Corner Avenue exit. Get you some CTB wings, some Uno wings, some Dillinator wings. Tell Tim and Nicole Ice sent you. Also, so it's brought to you by Meyer Windows and Doors. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in your house. Also, my Westside peeps, go check out Hail Mary. It's your ticket to the game. You got big-ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks. It's an awesome, awesome little sports bar right in the heart of Cheviot. And like I said, join us tomorrow night. We'll be live at the Moreland Lager House. Bronson Arroyo will be our special guest. Hopefully, we'll be celebrating a Bengals win. If not, we'll be talking some Reds off-season moves, what Bronson's been doing, and you can come down and listen to some of his new music. So come on down there. Like I said, there's no cost. Just come on down. Happy hour is extended from 3 to 9. $5 drafts, house wines, well drinks, and $2 off appetizer. It's an awesome time. And then we got one more tailgate. It's going to be the Browns game. It's an awesome deal. Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at the Memorial Lager House of pregame experience. It's 3 hours before every game. Browns game got flexed from Thursday to Sunday. So make sure you guys get your tickets now. It's an open bar, an open buffet. So all the food you can eat, all the alcohol you can drink for $75. It is, if people are wondering where it is, because I think some people have a hard time finding where it is upstairs in the Moorland Lager House. So just if you and if you don't get tickets before, you can walk in and pay $75 and they'll let you in and they'll give you a ticket. So just go to the Moorland Lager House, ask them where the Mercedes-Benz pregame experience is. It's upstairs. It's in the beer baron room. I'm there. I'm DJing now. Also, we're having a lot of fun there. I might do a podcast there. I might not. It's been more of, since I'm DJing now, it's been more of having fun with the people there. So we're doing a lot of stuff there, dancing, doing gritty parties, all kinds of stuff. So join us there this Sunday. Please get down. You're gonna break my bobbleheads. No, stop, Ember. Come here. Come here. Get down. I have too much stuff down here for her to be crawling around. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Bengals, I think the Bengals win by 100. We'll see what happens. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Weekend nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.